Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this video will be an eye-opener. There's a lot of, my brain is like a collection of all kinds of little bits and pieces of information over the last 4 years. 2 to 3 videos a day on one topic tends to do that. So strap in, especially if you haven't been around for a while, and just watch what's about to unfold before your eyes. First thing I want to get out of the way though, check this out. Link to is your port in the storm. Use your Uphold wallet to invest $10,000 in Acorns BitPay. Ripple, earn $1,000 in XRP through Monday 28th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Links in the top of the description. You can click on that. Tell them DAI sent you. They're one of my sponsors, and so is Uphold. On Uphold, if you have the Uphold wallet, like they mentioned, you can literally purchase private equity on the Link2 platform. Once you link your Uphold wallet to Link2, you can purchase it on the platform. You could use XRP to purchase Ripple. You could use Ethereum to buy Uphold equity. It's so amazing. These guys are groundbreaking what they're doing, okay? Both of those links, you can also go buy XRP on Uphold, which I'm gonna do this week probably. All those links are in the top of the description of this video. Go check it out. Now, Andreessen Horowitz, or A16Z, according to Stefan Huber, they're trying to turn Bill Hinman, the guy from the SEC who also took Alibaba public, into Grandpa Citizen Bill Hinman. It looks like they're doing a whole new paint job on his image. Don't worry, no matter how much FTX goes long, we haven't forgotten about ETHgate. We're not going to forget about it. All right, Wheezy put this out today. I've learned, and this is what part of the reason we can't let go of ETHgate, because watch where this goes. Bombshell. I've learned that $50 million of the $100 million BlockFi settlement with the SEC went to 32 regulators. Who are those regulators? Well, none other than NASAA, remember Operation Crypto Sweep? That was the NASAA and the SEC. Canadian exchanges also delisted XRP. Okay, then he goes down. I think he retracted this part of it. But look at this. They launched eSports ICO. You know who's a board member? Melanie Lubin. We know the SEC met with NASAA as well. Meeting with staff. There it is right there. Melanie Lubin. And then this is a picture of her. Now, I don't remember if we've ever gotten confirmation that she's related to Joseph Lubin, but I think that's the same woman. Wasn't Gary Gensler on video? Wasn't there a Mary Lubin in some Maryland committee or something a while back? I'm sure one of the sleuths will dig that up. Now, by pure coincidence, this comes out, this BlockFi connection, comes out on the same day that BlockFi has filed for Chapter 11. And I said, this is on Gary Gensler. He sued them and was having meetings with FTX, who was going to buy them. Way to protect those investors, Gary, the same way you protected MF Global investors. Now, John Deaton goes on, this is your legacy, Gary Gensler. After FTX, the SEC is one of the largest creditors with BlockFi owing the SEC $30 million. What products got registered with the SEC? How did the $100 million protect investors? Where did the $70 million that was paid? Where is the $70 million that was paid? All right. Now this is from Blockchain Backer. This is a headline grabber right here. Thumbnail alert. I'm officially on Great Depression alert for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We have reached the 0.702 retracement. That should make you nervous. This tweet right here was cool. It says, a Ripple settlement could be epic for crypto, potentially a defining moment to ring in the bottom of the bear market. Folks, I think that I have this feeling that Ripple is going to come out of nowhere with some sort of a win. I don't know how, but come out of nowhere with some sort of a victory that allows them to lead all of crypto into the next stage of this. BitBoy, he says, you may have noticed I've gone dark on Twitter since last night. There's a reason for this. We have a development brewing that is absolutely massive. Today, Clarity has a chance to win, a chance to pull off the impossible. We will keep you updated as we move toward closure. And here, this is a clip that had been put out a little while ago where he gives credit. Folks, what you're seeing with the FTX, make no mistake, if you're an XRP listener, XRP community, make no mistake. The people, all of us that uncovered ETHgate, we're the ones that opened the door to all of this. We were the ones that led the charge to all of this decentralized social media justice. And we did it because for the same reason BitBoy is doing the thing with FTX right now. We did it because we're sick and tired of having a media that no longer does its job and does nothing but carry a narrative for the same corrupt people that are behind all of this stuff. We're sick of it. Americans are sick of it. The world's sick of it. And so it's citizen journalism, and it's been forced upon us. None of us wanted to have to do this. What we want is a media that does its job and holds power accountable, because nobody else is doing it. The media doesn't do it anymore, and so citizens are forced to do it. So he gives proper credit
the fire
here.
Started against Gary Gensler. Well, that's the entire XRP army. Is they've discovered so many things that he's done that have been wrong. We already know we can't trust him. So now I want you to think about this, Austin. We have an entire space that has a lot of dodgy characters. And the number one person right now in charge of regulating and enforcing in this space, literally no one trusts him. Got the fire started against Gary Gensler? Well, that's the...
Well, he's giving proper credit there. Now, I showed you this picture in the last thing. This is the picture, Mr. Intuitive, the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. He says, are we over the target? And basically, Elon Musk had tweeted out this. What this got me thinking, folks, is look, 2 years ago, people were saying I was crazy talking about it. The idea that nodes would be on Starlink satellites and all this. Well, another thing I talked about, and I still believe it, I think that somewhere behind XRP and XLM are the PayPal guys, okay? But many of you have never had me show you this. I'm going to show you this with some additional things that I haven't shown before. So here we go. Because I believe somewhere in this, and I believe Twitter is tied to it, I believe X.com is tied to it. I saw this tweet right here, and I decided I would show you again. This Mason Versluis, my dad is thoroughly convinced Elon Musk will end up using XRP to revolutionize payments on Twitter and X, the everything app. Well, what are we watching right now, folks? What we're watching right now is Elon Musk put free speech back on Twitter, where people aren't being censored, okay? Well, to me, that's what crypto was about from the very beginning. All the Bitcoiners can agree with this. It was about freedom. Monetary freedom's the ultimate freedom. Well, I believe that these are the good guys. And watch this. You just sit back and watch. So you'll remember that Elon Musk has an obsession with the letter X, and that PayPal, this is Peter Thiel, this is Elon Musk. Elon Musk has grown a lot of hair since his younger days. I don't know how. But PayPal, before it was PayPal, was called X. And then later, Elon Musk bought X.com back from PayPal, okay? So he still owns X.com. And I've said before, I think he's going to turn Twitter into X.com and make it a super app. Well, here's Peter Thiel. Here's Elon Musk. And remember, against the backdrop of everything I'm going to say, Greg Kidd, when I interviewed him the first time, Greg Kidd said that XRP would be the first intergalactic currency. He said that he wants to have a Star Trek world, okay, where there's this intergalactic currency. Well, there's another that has an X in front of it. That's XLM, Stellar, okay? This is also Peter Thiel with one of the other PayPal founders, and his name is Max Levchin. Remember that name because we'll get to that. So we'll get to it right now. So this video is Luke Nosek, PayPal Mafia member. They became known as the PayPal Mafia. He was one of the founders with Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, and Elon Musk. Luke Nosek. Listen to what he says. This is from 2013 when they invest. I don't know what the date of when he said this was, but in 2013, the Founders Fund, Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, which I believe this guy was a member of, they invested in Ripple. PayPal Galactic was mentioned in 2013, but it's never been mentioned again. PayPal announced PayPal Galactic, which was, all right, anyway, listen to what Luke Nosek says.
Many people don't know this, but the mission of PayPal was to create a global currency that was independent of interference by these corrupt cartels of banks and.
You mean the corrupt cartels of banks that we've been watching during ETHgate and now FTX?
Governments that were debasing their currencies. And we succeeded at building something very economically very powerful, enabled many small businesses. We're super proud of it, but we never achieved the mission. And I don't think it is solved by PayPal, precisely for the reason that you brought in the Venezuela case, where PayPal is simply too centralized and too attached to the big financial institutions, Visa, MasterCard, the ACH networks, the SWIFT network, and it will do whatever it needs to do to keep those institutions happy. It doesn't solve the problem. And I think with its current success and the current management, they're not going to go push the mission of the company forward. That was what we wanted 20 years ago. So somebody else has to do it. Not to mention that it was the wrong crypto foundation, but that's a different story.
And so why didn't you guys foresee this and build something that would solve the problem?
Well, we tried. When we were building the company, initially, Max Levchin, he started working on his thesis in cryptography.
He just mentioned Max Levchin, remember? This guy right here? Here's Max Levchin, right? Let's see. This is at a Lindit FinTech 2018. On stage, there's Chris Larson right there. And then there's Max Levchin. So they were right there at the same conference. This is all coincidence.
My co-founder at PayPal. He researched Chaumian blind anonymous digital currencies, and then
Chaumian. Okay, what is that reference? That references David Chaum. He's known as the godfather of cryptocurrency. This is a quote from him. The difference between a bad electronic cash system and a well-developed digital cash will determine whether we have a dictatorship or a real democracy. Isn't what Elon Musk is working on Twitter is a real democracy where everybody can speak? What if he combined that with money? What if he combined that with X.com? What if he combined it with XRP XLM? What else is Elon Musk doing? Let's finish this video and then we'll talk about what else Elon Musk is doing.
We said that didn't think that was going to quite work. It was too centralized and it wasn't quite anonymous. Then I think we just never figured out quite the right algorithm, and we were pressured by investors to just get the product out. This is part of the problem of taking investment money prematurely. I wonder what would have happened if Max just been able to sit around and brainstorm and work on the idea. And we can all talk about the mission, and maybe we could have figured out an algorithm that was more like the modern crypto algorithms, which I'm so.
Maybe they did figure out the algorithm. So anyway, back to David Chaum. He said that the PayPal guys, Max Levchin, they were studying Chaumian. This is the guy that created what was it called, eCash or something like that. He was one of the first guys. Back in the 80s, he had written some white paper or whatever. Now, here's Elon Musk today saying, Apple has mostly stopped advertising on Twitter. Do they hate free speech in America? So here he is fighting this free speech thing. Well, is he about to do the same thing inside of Twitter for money? And here's Chris Larson from 2018, makes strategic investment in David Chaum's new crypto project Elixir. Okay? Elixir, right? So, and then just a reminder, PayPal Galactic article 2013. PayPal goes galactic, moves to cash on space payments. Okay, this was never heard from after that. This is from Ripple's commercial. Remember Ripple's commercial they ran a couple of years ago? They had this person in space who's sending money from their phone to a wedding that's down on Earth. How are you going to do that? I'll tell you how you're going to do that. With it bouncing off Starlink satellites is how you're going to do that. That's how you're going to do that. Now, here is David Marcus. And remember this, David Marcus was the president of PayPal when they announced PayPal Galactic. Then he goes on to Facebook. They announced Facebook's Libra. Then Libra becomes Diem, the Diem project, and then it closes down. Okay? What else do we have? Here's Brad Garlinghouse with Danielle Dixon. I know that we're supposed to believe that it's Ripple versus Stellar. Well, just watch this.
And I was going to say, I know we're a few minutes over, but we started a few late. So, Brad, I know that you feel very passionately about education, and I thought maybe you could have the floor on that.
Yeah. Well, obviously, today, thank you.
So there they are together. Then I've shown this before. This is Stellar's website. It's called Stellar, first of all. It's all got a space theme to it, right? And then they also created Interstellar. If you remember, this is where if I can get the website to pull up. Here we go. All right, so Mike Kennedy, and then there's Jed McCaleb, right? Then Jed McCaleb recently, September 13th, 2022, he decides he's going to go build space stations now. And it's a company that he's created called Vast. All right. Now, if you look at Vast, these are people that I looked it up. I looked up just about every single person at Vast left SpaceX at some point. She was legal counsel at SpaceX. All right. Just about every single person. This guy was on the board. And he was at SpaceX for 9 years, senior advisor, VP build and flight reliability, and he's on their advisory board. Then here's a job post from Vast, which is Jed McCaleb's space company. It says, we believe that the next step on that journey is enabling manufacturing and habitation in LEO. LEO, what LEO is, that refers to low... I'm drawing a blank. Here it is. Low Earth orbit economy. LEO is low Earth orbit. All right. This is Leo Labs. Another one of this girl right here was at Leo Labs and went to Tech GC. Here's some irony for you. Tech GC is where the missing video from Bill Hinman was. I just now saw that. But anyway, she's at SpaceX, eventually is at Leo Labs, then she goes to Vast, okay? And then that guy. But anyway, they want to habitation in low, why do I keep having a hard time with that? Low Earth orbit economy is what, well, how are you going to have a low Earth orbit economy? You're going to have it by having nodes from digital currencies on those low Earth orbit satellites, okay? And this one, they call it the LEO economy. Now, let's go to this. This is a company called Leo Stella. I covered this a long time ago, okay? Let's see if we can, first I want to show you this. This company builds the satellites that SpaceX, some of the satellites that SpaceX has been shooting up into orbit, okay? One of them, just by coincidence, is called Leo Stella X, right? And then finally, here's the article. June 24th, 2019, Space Tech, transforming satellite launches with blockchain. All right. And as you go down here, it says SpaceX set to launch 60 satellites for Starlink mega constellation. SpaceX designed Starlink to connect end users with low latency, high bandwidth broadband services. All right. You keep going down and you get down to right here, satellite launch solution. Satellite manufacturer Leo Stella assembles and ships satellites to launch services provider. The launch service provider, SpaceX, integrates satellites on the launch vehicle and hands it over to mission control. And now you got Jed McCaleb, and most of the people that work for him were working at SpaceX. Folks, Kid Rock quote, "I was born at night, but not last night, baby." I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that I was born at night, but not last night, baby. Thank